Welcome everyone to RC 2001 Summer 2, fully online. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your summer. Hopefully you've had some time to rest and are cool wherever you are. I wanted to walk through a few things this morning. It's always a bit strange, the beginning of Summer 2, because it always lands the day before the 4th of July weekend. So with that in mind, I'm fully aware of the holiday weekend and how badly we all, y'all, especially all of you, need that weekend. So for today and for week one in the 6-week course, all I need you to do is just look over the As You Learn site, read the syllabus, turn in a digitally sign or acknowledge that you've read the syllabus, as exciting as it is, and submit your introduction to the course on Flipgrid, and I'll show you where that is, and just familiarize yourself with the layout. I organize things chronologically. Week 1 is a partial week. Week 6 is a partial week. So the guts of this course really stretch or are compacted into four weeks. So we are not meeting at on a specific day or time on Zoom, but I will be having conferences and meetings that might involve Zoom, or it might involve a phone call. I work that out with each of you individually. So if you have some serious Zoom fatigue, still just let me know and know that I understand and will act accordingly. So welcome, first of all, and I will be posting my own short 90-second intro blurb on Flipgrid later this afternoon. So I want to take a moment to look at the syllabus and to just highlight a few things. I'm not going to cover the entire thing, but I did want to orient you to the syllabus and talk about a few quick highlights and just kind of scroll through the As You Learn site here. So after week 1, things are, and part of week 2 is still hidden. But by the end of the weekend, the entire 6 weeks will be visible. So I just wanted to just sort of double back and check myself. So if you go in that first top module, which isn't a week, it's just sort of it's a container for the most critical documents in the course. If you click that little PDF that I won't move, it's right there, called Syllabus, open it up, and this will take you to the 11-page institutional contract that I've drawn up. Sorry, don't mean to be sarcastic. It is a contract, and so I think I do want to, some of this is required language. Parts of it are required, and then parts of it are just all me. So, okay. So with that said, keep that in mind. Contact information. This is all on As You Learn and office hours. I have to make sure the office hours are the same on As You Learn. I think they are. I'll just double check. It's the one thing that I always forget to tweak. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. I will be in my Zoom room. If you click that blue word Zoom, it should take you, it will open up the application and take you right there. So today I have a dental appointment with my son. So these will not be in effect officially really until Monday, but I will be around after lunch today and in and out all day tomorrow. So this is clearly my email address. This phone number, 773-7794, that's my cell number. You can leave a message on my office number. I don't include it usually in the summertime, and it'll be sitting in a box basically after this weekend for the next 6 weeks. So you can call it, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. And I just like to rely upon my cell number. So you can call my cell, or you can text me if that's your preferred mode of communication. If you text me, just make sure you let me know who you are, and yeah, just tell me who's on the other end, so I know. So if I don't know, then if there's no name attached, then I probably won't respond. So all right, and just also when you call, text, or email me, just say something like, "Hey Katie, it's Brandon. I have a question." Blah 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 blah, and then just send it through. If I'm not driving, then I will definitely pick it up. So and text you right back. So the 2 times when I won't text back directly is I'm either driving, sleeping, so it's hopefully sleeping somewhere between midnight and 6 o'clock in the morning, or I'm on the phone with a prison somewhere in the universe, so which makes sense. I'll explain that later. Okay, so otherwise I'm pretty quick. All right, so this is Introduction to Writing Across the Curriculum. 1000 is a prerequisite for this course. We're all given the liberty to choose a theme of sorts and to frame this class in a very specific way. So over the years, I've been teaching this course here at App State really since it was invented. And it's very different from 1000 in many ways, and I actually should probably post a separate video about that. So because I have questions about that. So it's there might be a little overlap, so you might do work for me that you did for somebody else, or that if I had you for 1000, you might have done a sort of a low-key, scaled-down version of a similarly titled exercise in 1000 for me or someone else. But 2001 is, in my mind, a mid-career course. So just sort of keep that in mind. All right, and I'll unpack that a little bit more later. And the course is divided up into 3 main areas: weekly work, draft work, and the digital portfolio. All work must be completed in order to pass this course. A programmatic requirement for just getting a passing grade for this course and for 1000 is the submission of a portfolio. So we all do different types of portfolios, and and there are different kinds of portfolios. So we'll unpack that a little bit more too, but as we go along. But just know that from day one, you're already working on the moment you read the syllabus and turn in your first free writing prompt, you will be working on your portfolio for me. So everything is connected. The weekly work is broken down in this way. You'll have 2 due dates per week. Weekly readings and discussion forum posts are due on, so you're going to read something and respond to a free write, and post that in the discussion forum. Week 1's discussion forum is private and is not, I've disabled the group settings, so you won't be able to read each other's, and it's a more personal prompt. But then after week 1, all the discussion forums are public, and I'll have you in 2 groups. So section 106 will be one group, and 107 is another group. And then, by Tuesdays, you'll need to read the weekly selection, and respond to the prompt in the discussion forum and post your response. And then by Friday, you'll go back into that discussion forum and respond to 2 peers' responses. And I have a feedback form that for you to consider before you do that. And also on Fridays, you'll have weekly annotations due starting in week 2. And also part of your weekly work grade includes conferencing, communicating with me. So we're not conferencing every week, unless you want to, but I have one required video chat, and then just one other touchdown. It could be a text, or it could be a phone call, something along those lines. So in terms of draft work, the work is broken down into 4 primary exercises for the draft work. A literacy narrative, which most of you are familiar with, a rhetorical analysis, a disciplinary project, which is draft 3 and will take up at least 2 full weeks to do, and a contextual reflection, which is a very informal but personal, but still critical document that is that talks about that disciplinary project experience. So 4 drafts, 4 weeks, and the drafts begin, the due dates start in week 2. So okay, late work accepted or rejected on an individual basis. I'm not going to read through everything. I just want to highlight a few things. So the breakdown is this. Weekly work is worth 40%. Draft work is worth 40%, and portfolios are worth 20%. And I will say this, that they're all connected. So I'm always at odds about how to sort of divvy that up. And if you do the weekly work, then you're also working on your drafts, because the draft work grows out of the weekly work, and the portfolios grow out of both the weekly work and the draft work. So if you're doing one, you're doing the next thing, and if you're doing the next thing, you're doing all 3. So they're all interconnected. The summer school is different from during the semester. I try really hard to stay on top of my grading, because this is a rapid fire 6-week sprint. And the last week 6, is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we basically have time to sort of touch down on Monday, submit portfolios, and then the last 48 hours, I do nothing but makeup conferences. So if folks haven't had a conference or a meeting with me, then I try to block out that time for that to happen. So, and then I have 24 hours to turn grades around. So I really push myself to update grades on a weekly basis, so that going into the next week, so starting by the end of week 2, I will be plugging in week 1 and week 2's work. So whatever's been turned in. I do a pretty good job in the summertime of staying on top of that. So, okay, the rest of this is university policies, scroll, Gen Ed outcomes, goals and outcomes for 2001. And I'll talk about this later as well. And at the very end, small group responses, guidelines, and the usual grading scale. So, again, weekly work is 40%, draft work 40%, portfolios are worth 20%. If, the summers are crazy, so I don't know what your work schedules are, and I will send out a few Google Forms. One is coming soon around technology, and but also around your schedule. So if you have a crazy work schedule, which most of you do in the summertime, I've been teaching summer school for at least 15 years, and um, please let me know please let me know if you have a crazy work schedule. So, and know that I want to make this class possible for you, regardless of your schedule, without jeopardizing your physical or mental well-being, especially on the heels of, the last 3 semesters we've had. It's going to take a while for all of us to recover from COVID, and and as whether you were diagnosed or not, it's going to take a while to kind of ease back into things and get our energy back. If you have had COVID, even more reason to slow down. You don't have to give me any details. I can't ask for them, and I don't require that you give me any details about your life, work schedule or other. But if you have and you're struggling, if you've had COVID and you're struggling, certainly you can let me know that. That's really useful, really important information, and would help me help you more. I would certainly be more pointed in my in the resources that I offer up. So anyway, all that said, I think I wanted to feedback. That's the other thing. I knew I was forgetting something. Partial or full credit for completed work will be given according to level of engagement. So, and feedback, this is the important, probably the most critical part of that, is that feedback will be delivered in a number of different ways from me. So, sometimes you'll get it in writing. I'll send it back to you, attached to your document, your draft. Sometimes you might get pictures. I am actually, even though I'm pretty tech savvy, I'm pretty old school as well, and I actually prefer a hard copy of things, and I might have to just print out your draft and mark it up with a pen, and then in that case I'll take pictures and email it to you. Other times I might be pulling open Screencast-O-Matic and opening up your draft and walking through it in a video format. So you'll get lots of different forms of feedback from me. All right. So that's it for now. I'm trying really hard to keep this brief because because I want everybody to grab something cool to drink and go sit on the water wherever you are. Okay, I think that's it for now. I will be posting this video on our course YouTube channel later today, but I'll also put the link, this link, in about 5 minutes. I'll share it on at the top of As You Learn, and just know that there's at least 2 more much shorter videos coming later today. So happy summer, and I will talk to you soon.